Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners' participation program.
Talk Today.
What is on your mind, Cayman? If you are ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Here's your host, Sterling Dwayne Ebanks.
A wonderful welcome. Thank you for being a part of this truly warm Wednesday, as we invite you to be a part of our discussion of friends from the RCIPS together with the National Drug Council. Sits with us 1 o'clock. We'll chat with the good folks over at CIS, and then 2 p.m. Well, thanks to Miss Anita, we get to talk to Toastmasters. What a Wednesday! I might actually be a state of trouble today. No promises though. Stay tuned. Join us for more Talk Today.
Avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Email Talk Today at candw.ky. Let your voice be heard. And now, back to Sterling Dwayne Ebanks, Radio Cayman Talk Today.
Hey, welcome, and thanks very much, and honored that continued partnership with the RCIPS and NDC is supported by the many partners and the wonderful participants with respect to making it safe, not just through the Christmas holidays, but hopefully a practice that we can instill and be a part of our ethos, every day, all year. We'll get great deference to Miss Jody. Perhaps, Mr. Miller, to you first, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Pleasant good afternoon to you and your listeners. I think you hit the nail squarely on the head when you opened and said, we want that practice to become a part of our ethos. That every day, every weekend thought, because Jody will surely share with us. Our roads aren't the same anymore, and the practice of driving is where it is. I think, I don't think there's anybody who shares the road spaces can actually say that they truly enjoy being out there on the roads,
It is, and from the RCIPS, Sergeant?
Yes.
Inspector?
Sergeant.
Chief Inspector, Chief Superintendent, Commissioner? I mean, isn't that like the upward elevation?
Yes, it is, but I'm at the rank of Sergeant.
Yeah. We can start somewhere, right?
Yes.
And that's, again, I say that so that our people, our young people, male and female, can see whether you are, part of the policing apparatus or whether you work in broadcast. And you start somewhere, and through consistent dedication, commitment, genuineness, you get somewhere. So I just wanted to public acknowledge that, but also hopefully encourage other people, or young people in particular, to pursue their passions and their careers, right? But I say that to recognize that somehow we as a community have all these increasing demands on our police, and
it's the role is ever changing. I was taught when I was in training school many years ago that of all the law enforcement agencies, we can do and we have the capacity to do all of them.
Yeah.
But no one else can do ours. Not all of it.
Right.
Some parts of it, yes, but not all of it.
And this is, as you shared, I'm thinking that as we talk about, the Arrive Alive 345 campaign and a genuineness that a country adopts an ethos that shows consideration and respect, whether it's the way we move about our streets, how we pass others, whether we take our a garbage or litter or refuse, whatever it is that we have in our hand, and dispose of it properly. Is it being recycled or tossed in a receptacle for disposal by the good folks at DEH? Or whether we're driving, it shouldn't be that a stop sign is a suggestion. A stoplight is, wait a minute, I'm going to use it as a race. But if we don't do that as an individual, then how can we anticipate and expect the police to be there? Your mom and I gotta be there every day to make sure that.
No, and we don't have that capacity. It would be wonderful for us to have been able to put together that operation that we did on New Year's Eve every weekend. We would love to do that, but we had to close down our back offices in order to put that together, and that's not sustainable throughout the year, because we need the business center to be up so that you can get your police records. We need to make sure that our crime analysis unit is up so that we can get our crime stats before April, hopefully. These are the things that we had to do in order to sustain that level of response during the holiday season, and it is not sustainable across the year.
Mr. Miller, my perspective, and I guide you because my perspective is just that, but my perception of you, there's objectivity. With great deference to what Sergeant has shared, for me, I would like it to be different. I would like, and I commend the police for mobilizing the resources. I can imagine you guys are human too, right? Unlike Elon Musk, who's presumed to be a robot. You guys are human. This Christmas, you want to be with your family and do as all of us have. So that willingness to come and do, I'm glad it makes the road safer. But I want us as a community not to have to call in the police to do that.
Absolutely.
We shouldn't, right? So with that in mind, how can we now understand that what this campaign is? Is it about punishing? It's not even about prevention. It's about a sense of, education, so you understand the significance of it.
And that's the underlying thing, Sterling. We want people to have that sole responsibility. Put it on themselves. Don't expect Jody and her team, to be the ones out there who, like what she clearly articulated, to when you see the police, now you're going to act properly, you're going to put on your phone, you're not going to text. No, we want you to be responsible drivers on our roadways.
There are a number of things that was shared, and I really appreciate it, so that we could do for the emphasis. I'll reference them as they were shared with us and ask as we go into the break, and when we come back we answer, like the importance of the campaign. Why is that, especially for Cayman, so important? Notion of, give us a perspective on, has it been successful? To what extent has it made a difference? What, if any, whether statistical, anecdotal, or otherwise, have you seen relative to that? Can we talk about, other things? And maybe somehow we, the individual, whether we're the driver in the vehicle or the passenger, or we're the one that someone was teaching somebody, how do we get to that place where we're doing this as a matter of course? Can we talk about it when we come back from the break?
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right. And then at 1 o'clock, we welcome you, but between now and then, a lot to share. So stay tuned for Talk Today.
You deserve a unique vacation this year, one with easy non-stop flights from Cayman. Cayman Airways offers more non-stop flights to and from the Cayman Islands than any other airline. Now you can add Panama and Los Angeles to your travel bucket list. Skip the hassle of connecting flights. Panama is just a 2-hour non-stop flight from Cayman. And Los Angeles? Get there in less than 5 hours non-stop aboard Cayman Airways. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com to book your Los Angeles or Panama getaway today.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Did you know ordering your favorite sandwich from Subway just got easier? Yeah, picture this. No more waiting in line. No more fussing with cash. Just a delicious taste of Subway at your fingertips. With our new app, ordering your go-to sub is as easy as a few taps on your phone. Plus, receive exclusive deals and earn loyalty points with every purchase made on the app. Download the new Subway app today and get ready to ditch the lines and drive straight into your flavor. Visit the App Store or Google Play Store on your mobile phone and search for Subway Cayman Islands. Subway. Eat fresh.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN money transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
The Cayman Arts Festival is back this February, bringing 2 weeks of exceptional music and talent from both international stars and local artists. Thursday, February 6th, experience the groundbreaking African concert series called Exhilarated Brilliance by The Independent. This concert bridges Western classical and African traditional music. Saturday, February 8th, the world-renowned Sakoni Quartet takes the stage with over 2 decades of thrilling performances. Sunday, February 9th, don't miss the magical collaboration between the Cayman Youth Choir and acclaimed Broadway performers. It's an unforgettable fusion of local and international talent. And that's only week 1. The 2025 Cayman Arts Festival, celebrating music, creativity and connection. For tickets and more information, visit caymanartsfestival.com or call 922-5550.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back, and thanks to Sergeant Jody Purvey and from the NDC, the prevention specialists. You know, I think I saw that movie, The Specialist. I like that movie. This is Simon Miller. I'm glad that we've had the Alive 345 campaign. I was asking as we went to the break, from the Cayman contacts, the importance of this campaign, or is it any significance to the Cayman context? You have first right of refusal to go first, Mr. Miller. If you want to say ladies first, then yours. But since this is sort of your as the NDC sort of baby in a sense, give us that perspective, please, and then Sergeant Purvey.
Well, when you say you're taking it from the Cayman context, what we were saying earlier before the break was that our roads have certainly changed. It's obvious. We have more roads, we have more cars on the road, we have more people driving, we have more inexperienced people driving on our roads. So this one campaign, which started back in 2000, we have seen leaps and bounds. It has evolved over the years. But I think what we're starting to see in terms of the Cayman context is we're starting to see a shift in terms of people's attitudes and behaviors, in terms of their utilizing the service, right? However, we want persons to not only rely on the service come New Year's Eve, as we were saying. We want people to put these things into practice on a day-to-day basis. If you know you're going to go out, it's going to involve any level of drinking whatsoever. I don't care if it's just a sip. Have a plan. Have somebody who's going to drive your vehicle home, or call a cab. I know, we always talk about taxes and how much they cost in this island and so forth, but it's much more a wiser thing to do, as opposed to getting behind the wheel of your car and saying, you know what, I'm going to attempt to make it home, or I made it home last weekend, so I think I can do it again. Yeah.
There's a saying, penny wise, pound foolish.
Yeah.
All right, so you spend $100 just rounding off to the nearest 100 to get from where you are to home safely. Yeah. Or, well, I can think of a lot of worse things.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Sergeant Julian, in the Cayman context, is this any more, the importance of it in the Cayman context from RCIPS's perspective?
So, I've been probably saying this for many years. You probably heard me say this before, I think that where road safety is concerned, it is everybody's issue. It's not just the NDC's issue where, drunk driving is concerned on, and, a project that we have to do every New Year's Eve to make sure that everybody gets home, because we know that drinking increases during the holiday season. What we need is a cultural shift, right? We need people to be accountable, not just for themselves, but for the people around them as well.
Yeah.
And to encourage them to do what is correct, to have integrity, do the right thing when nobody's looking. Right? That is what we need. So, our values as an organization, as of, Commissioner Walton's start date was to be a caring, accountable, and a caring and accountable service, right? So that being said, our mission is also to work with the community and work for the community. So if we are being accountable to you, and we are accountable to you, you can ask questions. We'll provide the answers as best as we can to ensure that whatever response we provide to you is not one that is going to disrupt our operational processes. Right? But we're asking you to also be accountable for yourselves.
Right. I mean, Simon referenced, Sergeant, that since 2000, right? So from the RCIPS perspective, would you, if you're able to gauge it as successful, would you say it's made any kind of difference, and if so, how? I mean, we constantly do this. We promote. We hear the PSCs.
Yeah.
They're champions within homes and within businesses.
Well, in order to effect that cultural change, there has to be some kind of a level of exposure, a level of communication, and it has to be repetitive. This year, from the wrap-up conversations that we've had behind the scenes about the campaign, we know that a lot more locals used the Purple Ribbon buses this year than previous years. And that, to me, even if the numbers were less than it was in the previous year, is a win for us, because we now know that our people are taking their safety seriously.
Right. And I know you referenced earlier there's been a cultural shift, right? So we've seen that transpiring in Cayman relative to the driving on the roads. How do we address that? I mean, population has increased, there have been different things, and we seem to be at least inquiring if those are indicators. We've gone from a society, if there's been a cultural shift, if I infer, from one where the frequency of driving under some influences, the level of inattentive, inconsiderate, dangerous driving has increased. So we've shifted from that space, Mr. Miller, to this space. How do we shift back?
Well, I tell you what, I think the first thing that we need to do is to actually be accepting of the fact that we lose more people on the roads in the Cayman Islands than any other avenue. Than murders, than shootings and stabbings. We lose more people on the roads than any of those other offenses.
I wonder, not to